So, what was it you did before you became a full-time coach here?
I was a start again. Learn from the mistakes that I told the kids. Before I started here at Kohler, I was a community development officer. So I used to put on different basketball events, set up community clubs, set up tournaments and things like that all over London. So it was a Pan-London project run by the Mayor's office. I did it for 5 years, and then I started at Kohler about 7 months ago.
So what made you want to come and work in a school? What made you want to come into an educational institute?
The reason I wanted to come and work in a school was because the project that we were doing before, although it was a huge project, there wasn't enough contact time with young people, so I wasn't feeling the impact and the value that we were getting. I was seeing a lot of statistical numbers and opportunities for the kids, but the value in it for me is the hands-on day-to-day interaction with the young people. I feel like they'll get more from me, and I'll also be able to get more from the opportunity. And being based in a school on a consistent basis is really the best way to get the right type of engagement, and the engagement that I find valuable with the young people, which is progressing them from young kids to adults.
And I suppose it's a slightly candid question because you're the person leading on it, but what impact have you seen on the pupils as a result of you being here full-time, you and Coach Sterling?
There's been a huge impact on the kids since we've been here full-time, and the main reason for that is that I believe that they've got something to believe in and they can see a way forward, and they've got a full-time mentor in the school that's separate from learning but is fully 100% on board and supportive with learning, and there's never a contradiction what happens in the main school building as opposed to over here in the basketball academy. We're always endorsing what the teachers on the other side are telling the kids, and that's a huge part of it all. The other part is that I think that you've got some good basketball opportunities in London, but the majority of the basketball opportunities in London is one person. It's really difficult. It's like coaching a game. It's really difficult to coach a basketball match by yourself. When you have an assistant coach, no matter how broad their knowledge of the game is, it's always better when you've got somebody to bounce ideas off. You can use different techniques, good cop, bad cop in certain situations and so forth. And so having myself and Sterling here, if one of us is in a situation where a young person maybe isn't buying into the full basketball culture as such, then we can play them off against each other, and pretty much the kids that really want to play basketball, they'll buy in. And so it's been very, very beneficial to have both of us at the school, not just one of us.
So we're doing this presentation for Leadership Masters.
Mm-hmm.
What comments or thoughts, any discussion points that you think this essentially about leadership with this model, pupil leadership, or in fact...
Go away. Naomi, if you're anyone else, I wouldn't mind, but you're being juvenile, so go away. Go to your lesson. Go to your lesson. Yeah. Repeat the question again. Sorry. How does it connect with leadership?
Essentially, yeah.
Essentially, I think that one of the reasons that this program has been so successful is because you need continuity and a common goal between everybody who's involved in the project. And at our school, we've got a lead, as in the head of PE, and then we've got 2 basketball coaches, and we all have very, very similar belief systems. We all believe that if we can engage the kids in enough hours, bring them into the sports, or show them the disciplines that it takes to be successful in sport in general, because not every kid that we have in the basketball academy is going to go on to become a professional basketball player or move on. We have some kids in here that still play football. We have some kids that do other sports, but the main thing is that the leadership comes from the top and it filters all the way down through the staff and then to the kids as well. Leadership is essentially just having a goal and everybody else buying into it and following that goal. And with what we're doing at this school, I believe that the goal for us is to empower the kids. It's to get them to believe that they can achieve anything they want to achieve, and it's through the provision of sport that we're able to do that.
Do you think the pupils are developing leadership skills themselves? Do you think they're becoming leaders around school?
The pupils are developing massive leadership skills and becoming leaders around the school for the simple purpose that they're given a lot of responsibility by the basketball coaches, and the academy wouldn't be able to run without the students being a big part of the day-to-day development, showing accountability, taking on board a lot of responsibility with the day-to-day running of the things we do in here. We work with them on time management, we work on them on their organizational skills, knowing that you have to get all of your work done in school before you arrive at basketball. Otherwise, the gym will be closed and you won't be allowed in. And that is predominantly the main reason that we're here, is to teach them how to be grown people, adults who are able to function in the big wide world, and using basketball as not only a getaway and an escape, but also something to teach them that if they can apply the rules through, the rules that they've learned in basketball to their everyday lives, they'll be extremely successful in whatever they choose to do. And we've got some really good players here who've started from absolute beginner and now moved on to, intermediate level. Some of them are playing National League, so it makes it, a lot easier for us to be able to go to lesson. What are you doing? You want her?
That was perfect, yeah.